Thus, we have our guest, Princess Aderemi Adebowale. She's the special advisor to the governor of Lagos State on civic engagement. Welcome to the show, madam.
Thank you very much for having me.
So, tell us, I know there is obviously elections this weekend, and I know there's so much talk about what the governor has done, and why he should be re-elected. And this is a segment for you to explain to us what's the Department of Civic Engagement, what do you do, and how do you do your work?
Okay, thank you very much, Marayo. Office of Civic Engagement is an office under Mr. Governor. And if you look at his team agenda, which is transport and traffic management, health, environment and education, the E, making Lagos State a 21st century economy hub. Then the second E is entertainment and tourism. Then the S stands for governance and security. So my office falls under governance and security. So what we try to do in that office, number one, the office is divided into three. We also relate with the executive arm and the legislative arm. But I'm going to talk about the civic engagement arm, which deals with citizens. We are the link between the citizens and governance. So we try to bring governance closer to the people. So under that office, I brought in a lot of firsts in Lagos State. And I'm going to explain each to you. The Mother, Infant, and Child Development Program, MICH-D 2050, is a program that looks at security from the womb. Remember, I'm under S, security. So I'm looking at security from the womb, wherein we are saying if a woman is pregnant, especially the indigent pregnant woman, let her eat properly so that for the proper brain development of that child, so that when that child grows up, will not become a security threat to the society. For the most part, and not just in this part of the world, we look at security at a curative angle. We don't look at it from a preventive angle. If you are looking at security from preventive, you have to know that any person, the formation starts from the womb. So if our indigent pregnant woman is not eating well, is not feeding well, our indigent pregnant woman, we wake up in the morning, we drink Pepsi, we probably take, drink Paraga, eat chin-chin, unlike the elites, you know what to eat when you are pregnant, educated person, you know what to eat when you're pregnant, your green leafy vegetables, drink water, exercise, sing lullaby to that your baby. It's true. So that when you now give birth to that baby, the baby can compete, in this competitive world. But for that indigent pregnant woman that doesn't know all these things, so we came from that angle of making sure that they feed properly. So when we went to the local government, because we cannot do this without the local government's partnership with us. And we found out that most pregnant women, the indigent ones, they don't come to the primary health care center until they're like in their second trimester, which is they're like 6 months into their pregnancy. So we say, okay, let's start giving them food packs that has carbohydrates, protein, zinc, we give them rice, we give them beans, we give them wheat, all these things, just because of the proper formation of their baby. Now, that has now given, so we are using health as a means to an end. I'm not under health, I'm under civic engagement. Yes. But for me to achieve that aim, I have to use health to achieve that aim. Yes, so most of, if you look at like the indices of the maternal mortality rate, right now is 512 per 100,000 lives for the mothers. 36 per 1,000 lives for the neonatals. Under the MICH program, we started in 2020. In 2020, we did 2,000 women during the lockdown. Mr. Governor said, just give all the pregnant women in Lagos State, give them something, princess. So we did 2,000. We did not monitor them. In 2021, we went to the research phase, where we took 570 women controlled and 570 cohort. That means the 570, we monitored them. The 570, we didn't monitor them. And we gave the 570 food packs for 12 weeks. And we noticed that the 570 that we monitored, their baby birth, the weight was about 3.772 so kg. Was very, was tremendous. And then the mothers were able to come to the clinics. We increased the attendance from 68% to 98%. Wow. Yes, so we had a lot of positive results. But remember, for me, It's just the brain formation that I care about, but we have
Let's
to...
get a few more questions in for you.
Yes.
So, I have been privileged to work with your predecessor at the civic engagement. I did not know that department existed. Then Commissioner for Home Affairs just referred me because I had an indigent case I was talking to him about. And he said, there's an office, go to the Office of Civic Engagement. This is what they are to do. And I found out there's a financial pause. I wasn't able to access it later because of me. But I'm surprised that, that existed. So tell us more about that and how people who need that assistance from the Office of the Governor can access it.
Okay, so financial assistance program, I'm still coming under security, still making sure that an average Lagosian can put food on their table, health-wise, that they are okay, that they have accommodations. So when I came in, we put out the financial assistance program to all Lagosians. And if you want to get a financial assistance from the Office of Civic Engagement, you don't have to know anybody. Just tell us your story. We will make sure we check your story and make sure you are telling us the truth. So if you come there, what you need is just your Lastra number, a working phone, an address that we can verify from, and your BVN. So once we can verify all those things, no matter who you are, no matter what you are, as long as we can verify your case, we give you financial assistance. And in the last 3.5 years, we have spent over 600 million, giving out to Lagosians, when it comes to health, accommodation, school, and what have you.
Yes. What's the minimum of funds that you can release?
Okay, so you can get anywhere from 50,000 to 2.5 if I take the approval to Mr. Deputy Governor, which we do a lot of that. Anything over 2.5 million goes to Mr. Governor. And so, so it's between Mr. Governor and Deputy Governor, depending on the amount, that you are requesting for. But we have done a lot of 2.5 for health reasons, yes.
So in the last 3.5 years, would you be able to put a number to the beneficiaries?
Yes.
Of this
So for the MICH, we have impacted over 5,000 women. For the financial assistance program, under Sanwo-Olu Listen, we have impacted over 2,500 people. Under the financial assistance, we also have eco-cares. This one is about giving products. So we are trying to eradicate extreme poverty. So we push out fast-moving products like Biggie, Pepsi, Gala. We give it to them like 20,000 worth of good for them to quickly sell and get the return immediately. On that one, we have impacted over 6,500 people in Lagos State. And like I said, you don't have to know anyone.
Just apply.
Just come, apply, and we give it, and we assist you. Yes.
So at the office at Alausa?
At Alausa, yes.
Okay, so I'm hearing the truth is, yes, a whole lot is being done, but when you weigh the numbers of the people that are getting this support to the population of people in Lagos State, it is very, very far. We're talking 6,000, maybe 2,000 pregnant women, and we're a population of far more than that. So I feel that the question will be that what is the plan to reach more people, and how are you intending to do that? Okay,
so let me also explain this to you. My office is not the only office that does social inclusive programs. We have the Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation. They do a lot. Yes. We have Wealth Creation. They do a lot for our indigent citizens. So it's not just, this is what my office does. It's a collective effort.
So if you don't get from here,
you get from here, you get from there, So we have other people. We have SDG that takes care of the volunteers. We have We have the Office of Chief of Staff. So we have other ministries and offices that does things. And please, I have to mention something about the MICH program. Also, once the women are into our, like our beneficiary there into our program, we give them free Ilera health insurance. Wow. So that also, and this is all effort of Mr. Governor, So this is a person, and remember, all these are new initiatives for me, Take this idea to him, we sit down, okay, let's go ahead, let's push it. So it shows you the other side of it that a lot of people might not know. It's compassionate, it's compassion about people, is way of reaching out to the less privileged. So he pushed that out through a whole lot of us. So it's not just of my office that does these things. Yes.
Yeah. We always talk about grassroots here and how it can get to grassroots. Would you say that these programs, especially the one under your agency, target those at the grassroots?
Yes, 100%. When I came into office, I could have chosen to go, work with the elites, still engage and sensitize them. But I think Mr. Governor wanted my office to focus more on the grassroots empowerment, on the grassroots engagement. Yeah. Yes.
Talking about that, this is Nigeria. Corruption is found everywhere. There's a good idea from either governor or from you, and somebody always manipulates the system for profiteering. So somebody say, don't worry, give me this amount of money, I'll get your name on the list to be a beneficiary. Don't worry, I say that you can't call anybody, but this is Nigeria. You have to know me, you have to know the SA, you have to know somebody. So what is the process? If I leave my house now, what exactly, how do you ensure that some people are not profiteering from this scheme that you have that has been approved by the government?
So you can talk again with the MIT program. We have a MIT application in place where it monitors the women as they collect their packs, because you can also manipulate that. So we have where you call the women know they have to collect their pack every week. If they don't get their pack, they have a number they can call. Okay. We have Agnes that calls the women and monitor them and all that. So that's for the MIT. For the financial assistance, we also have a program wherein we put all their data into a database. Okay. So if you come for the first time, we put in all your information. If you want to come for the second time, the database will immediately flag you. Okay. Now, how do you prevent? Now, my number, so when we do the financial assistance, I would say, okay, Muritala Williams, somebody referred this person, is a walk-in, is a this, and I put the number there. And all the numbers are shown to Mr. Governor and Mr. Deputy Governor. Number one, they can call that person by themselves and make sure they actually got their money. Right. There was a case about a month ago where somebody went to the party secretariat to go and report that they made him sign a check for 2.5 and they only gave him 1.5. Right. So the legal person called me from there. I'm like, okay, I will investigate. Upon my investigation, we found out that, so the voucher, they put a 2.5 voucher together, so they can put about 5 people under that voucher. So you sign, but you are going to sign a voucher for 2.5, but then it shows your name, how much you are getting. Oh. So things like that. So there is a way that Mr. Governor can check. You can question. So there's an avenue you can always go. And if any of my staff are telling you that, they know me. So it also depends on who sits on that seat. Yes. They know that if such happens,
you find out.
So let me quickly throw this in, because similar to what Mariah was saying, when you were saying that other ministries are doing something, I worry that someone will not see, because they understand the system. And usually people that understand the system are like maybe grassroots politicians that understand how to go about it. They will get from Mitch, they will go to SDG and collect. They will be the one benefiting from all the activities because they are the first to hear about it. How do we prevent one person from benefiting from multiple programs, the same person getting all those?
Okay. So what Mr. Governor has directed in ESCO is that Ministry of Economic Planning to have all the social welfare programs in a database. Fantastic. So that you can monitor this, so that one person does not go to about 5 ministries or 5 offices to get the same thing. So Ministry of Economic Planning monitors this to make sure that doesn't happen. But we also monitor it at our own end. Right. Again, if you come to me, at least from my own end, if you come one time, I can flag you. Even for the MIT program, we also designed it that if you have given birth to one child, you can only enjoy it twice. If you are giving birth to 2 children once, 3 children you cannot, because we don't want people coming.
I was going to say that.
Yes.
I saw a family in the past who took advantage of every of the welfare packages at the Mother and Child Hospital now, till their 5th child. They were just walking, and it was provided for emergency cases. They walked in and they sat down there waiting for an emergency to happen.
No. So we make sure if you have 3 children, you cannot, because we don't want people coming and having babies on us. The program is designed for a purpose, for the proper well-being of that child.
So, and also, we know Lagos is a city that attracts everybody. So people come from all over to seek medical attention, to seek help. Now, when somebody comes in, maybe from Togo, for example, and comes in and needs help, and then you help, obviously, in settling into Lagos and starting out, do you monitor the person to ensure that the person has something that can continue living properly in Lagos, or you just give them that help and you move on?
Well, my office is not in charge of monitoring if they, continue to
afterwards
live. But if we can verify their address, if they have a LASTRA number, if they have a BVN number and a working phone number, that's what you need. Yes, that's what my office is.
They're not just strolling by, they actually live in Lagos.
You must live in Lagos and have a LASTRA number. And I believe that LASTRA would have done the due diligence to make sure that
they get that number.
Exactly. Thank you very much. We have to wrap up with you. But what are your final words? I mean, it's election season, everybody's doing everything they can. That's why you're here. I know this is a sponsored segment, but you are here because you wanted to be here to tell like Lagosians especially what you're doing. So what are your final words since it's your time?
Yes, sir. Well, thank you very much, Morayo. My final word to Lagosians is on Saturday, vote for Governor Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu and Obafemi Hamzat. These two gentlemen are not just governor and deputy governor. They are your brother, they are fathers, they are very compassionate. Lagos State now, the APC, we are at the center now. We have a president-elect. There are so many things now that is being put in place that can be done in this next administration, aside from them continuing what they have started in the first tenure. So I would tell a forward-thinking Lagosian, a forward-thinking person that want progress for this state, that want progress for their person, that are very futuristic in their thought process, to do not be deceived by all these rumors and ideas flying out that vote Governor Babajide Olushola so that all these programs that we are doing in my office can continue.
Okay, thank you. That's all we can.